Hey you guys, I hope you are having an amazing day. As you can tell by the title, we are playing with lash glue liner and lashes. These are from Kiss. This is the Kiss Lash Glue Liner. I got the one in clear. It's a clear matte finish. I did this because I don't wear dark black eyeliner on my upper lid very often. I do sometimes, but most of the time when I'm adding a lash, I don't do a ton of eyeliner with it. So I went for the clear, and then they have these lashes, and these are brand new. These are the MLBB My Lash But Better. They're calling these the new Day to Day Lash. These are very dramatic lashes. I got the set no filters. These are beautiful. They are really pretty lashes. And I talked about this in my last video, but I think the band on these is identical to the band on the Pure and Raw Beauty Christie, the Lovely Lashes. They have a clear, flat band. It was the most comfortable, amazing band to wear, like ever. And this band looks identical, so we are going to find out. So let me open up these lashes first and see if this band is similar or not. And can we please take a minute and figure out how we can get these companies to stop putting so much excessive plastic in with lashes? Like, this is ridiculous. It's a huge waste. It drives me crazy. You guys, this lash band, I think maybe even thinner than that one. Like, see if I can show you guys. It is super movable and thin and adjustable. It's not hard at all. Okay, that's really interesting. I think it would make you be able to get less wears out of the lashes because it's a very thin band. I think it could be damaged very easily. However, probably really comfortable to wear. So let me see if I need to trim these real quick. It has like no shape, so I think this would be excellent if you have eyes that don't work well with more traditionally shaped lashes. Okay, I am going to have to take a good bit off of these just because Kiss lashes tend to be really long. So I just use a little pair of scissors. It's actually for cutting medical tape. And I'm going to take off like the end two sections of this lash. I like my lashes to be a bit shorter anyway. I don't like them to come into the inner corner of my eye too much at all. They can be really uncomfortable for me if they do that. Okay, that looks like a decent length. It's actually really hard to tell how the length looks because these go like straight instantly. Most lashes don't do that. They kind of hold their shape because the band is more thicker. The band is thicker and holds its shape better. So I have those lashes all trimmed and ready to go. Now we can talk about this lash glue liner. So I was reading the instructions for this because I'm one of those people, I read the instructions for everything before I completely disregard them and do the opposite. So this says apply to clean, dry eyelids free of moisture or makeup. So putting on false lashes is not the first thing you do in your routine. It's one of the last things you do in your routine. It's nearly impossible to do a nice eye look after you have false lashes on. So do they expect you to wear these with absolutely zero makeup on your eyelid? Because I'm looking at them all in this picture and she's got makeup on. We're not going to follow those instructions because no one is going to wear eyelashes without eye makeup on. So we are going to apply this over makeup. In fact, we're going to apply this over Anastasia shadows because they are some of the most powdery, fallouty, like creamy eyeshadows out there, so I figured they'd be good to test. If it will stick on top of an Anastasia shadow, it will stick on top of anything. So it says, when using clear glue liner, apply your regular eyeliner over this product, not under it. Now, when I wear liner and lashes, typically what I do is I do liner, then glue, then lashes, then more liner, because you know, the more liner, the better. But today we are going to follow instructions because I have a feeling this product will pick up any liner or smeared around. So I am going to do a liner today just to test and see how liner goes over this. We're going to use the NYX Epic Ink Liner, which you guys know is not one of my favorite liners, but I want to see how just a standard drugstore price liner will go over this. And then it says, before the liner has a chance to dry on your eyelid, immediately apply your false lash strip along the glue liner line. Pat to set lash strip in place. Repeat on your other eye. Now it also says, as needed, clean the felt tip with a lint-free cloth and or makeup remover to remove any residue. It probably doesn't mean like an oil-based makeup remover. It probably means like micellar water if you needed to clean it off. So we're going to give this a shot. I'm very excited. Let me show you the packaging real quick before we get into the eye look. There's kind of a bonus because you get like a little eye look with this too. So here is what the liner looks like. It does have a mixer ball in this, so even though it doesn't say to shake, I'm assuming it's a glue. You probably want to shake it. It is a very fine felt tip liner. Let's try this on the back of my hand. Oh, nice. Okay, so see if you guys can see the glue lines on the back of my hand. All right, and it gets tacky pretty quickly. Yay! All right, now I did read that this doesn't dry. That actually stays tacky for quite a while. To me, that's not a problem because I can always pat a little bit of extra eyeshadow over the glue to cover that. Or if you're using eyeliner over it, it shouldn't be a problem. And also, if it doesn't fully dry and it stays tacky all day, that does mean that if a lash lifts, you may be able to just stick it right back down pretty easily without having to completely reapply a ton of glue. Now, it also means that if you have hooded lids, your eyelid could potentially stick to your upper lid and you could have a really weird, difficult to blink kind of situation. But I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to prime my eyes really quick. I'm using the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Primer, which this sample has lasted forever. I've had this sample for like almost 3 years now. I don't know how primer samples last so long for me, but they do. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. Anastasia Soft Glam Palette. We're doing a really just easy, neutral, pretty look today. So I'm grabbing a big, fluffy Morphe brush and going in with Tempera, which is a pretty bone shade. I'm just taking that right underneath my brow bone because I want to keep as much of that upper lid space open and bright today as possible. Then I'm taking that same brush and I'm going to go into Burnt Orange. Burnt Orange is probably one of my very favorite crease shades, like ever, ever, ever. It's so pretty, it's so flattering, and it looks very, very warm, but it can actually pair with a lot of different shadows. Now I'm taking a much smaller brush and we're going to go in with Sienna. And I'm popping that on the outer corner but blending it almost all the way onto the lid, just leaving that inner third empty. I wasn't intending on going for more of a glam look today. As you can tell by the way I'm dressed, I have like a tank top and comfy pants on, but apparently whenever I have my hair like parted in the middle and slicked back, even though it's in like pigtails, my makeup ends up automatically going more glam. I don't know what causes that, but it just happens. Okay, I'm going to take that exact same brush now, and I'm going into this really dark cranberry shade. This is Mulberry, and I'm just taking a teensy bit of this and putting it right on that outer corner. I've been doing this exact same look a lot lately, just with different shadows, because I find it's very flattering for my eye and my eye shape. And it's really fast and easy to do. It only takes a few shadows and it's really quick. All right, now I'm going to just take my ring finger. I'm going to go into the shade Fairy, which is a gold highlight shade, and just pop that on the inner third of my eye. Just kind of blend it out into the middle. As you can see, I'm going really heavy on eyeshadow today, and that's because I want to test the sticking power of the Lash glue. Because in my opinion, why in the world would you ever make a lash glue that says you can't use it on top of makeup? I don't believe it. I don't think that's even a thing. So we're going to make this work. Now I'm taking my little teensy detailer brush and going in with Tempera. And I'm just doing a matte inner corner highlight. I don't want anything too shimmery because we've already got a lot of shimmer going on. And then I'm grabbing a e.l.f. little flat definer brush and I'm going into the shade Rustic. Just a quick dab in there. And popping this on my lower lash line. And that is the basic eye look done. Really fast, really quick. If you need an out the door kind of glam, this is an excellent look to do. So now I'm going to curl my lashes and apply mascara before I add the false lashes. And then I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Big Papa mascara. You can use mascara to blend your lashes in with false lashes if you want to, and I sometimes do that, but most of the time I like to get at least 3 to 4 wears out of my cheaper lashes, like my drugstore lashes. So I like to put on my mascara first and then put my lashes on top, because if you coat your lashes in mascara, they will not last nearly as long. And I've not yet found a reasonable way to get mascara off of lashes without completely destroying them. As you can see, I am lucky. I do have quite a bit of natural lash, and false lashes are not necessary for me, but just like everything else that's not necessary in your world, like pink hair, fake nails, contour, you know, the unnecessary stuff is really the most fun. Let me give my mascara a minute to completely dry before we go in with this. I'm going to tell you guys what else is on my face right now. For foundation, I have on my NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. For contour, I have my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, this little tiny sample. I do have a full size of this, but the sample one takes up less room, but the sample one takes up less room on my desk. I'm wearing the ColourPop Flower Power Blush, the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. I topped everything with the Morphe Set and Refresh Mist, and on my lips is the Kylie Jenner Posy K Lip Liner, just topped with a clear gloss. I think that's everything. Is that everything? Oh, and brows is Anastasia Brow Wiz in Taupe. So we're going to go in with this Lash Liner. I'm going to get as close as I can without like completely being sitting on top of my desk. So this goes on milky, It goes on very nicely though. Like you can just see it going on and you can feel it because it's slightly cool. Let me show you guys real quick. Your makeup will get on this. It will discolor the tip of this, just so you know. Let's grab our lash. Again, this is the Kiss My Lashes But Better. Okay, and that is a very, very flimsy feeling lash. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, I can feel the tackiness of the glue with my fingers. You can see my lid sticks to my finger. But the lashes are sticking as well. And I didn't have to sit and wave a lash in the air for 30 seconds. Okay, the inner corner is not sticking very well. So we're going to just put a little bit more down. Give it just a second. Stick that inner corner down. Okay, I'm going to give that a minute to dry before I mess with them too much. Now, I will say with how thin this formula is, I do not think this will work for super heavy lashes. Like, for example, if you're wearing a pair like these Violet Boss lashes, these have a massive, really thick black band, and they are incredibly heavy. I do not think this lash glue would hold them up. In fact, even my Ardell brush on struggles with those. I typically have to go with this super thick, like in a tube lash glue to get a pair like that to stay on. Okay, the inner corner is sticking very nicely now. And these are pretty. They are very dramatic lashes. Now, these, it does say these are everyday wearable, day-to-day lashes. I don't know who's going to the grocery store with the lashes big, but it's usually not me. And I wear like ridiculous stuff to the grocery store. This is a very, very bold lash. I do not think this is good for everyday wear unless you have much larger eyes than mine. It's very pretty though. And that lash glue is holding really well, it looks like. Yeah, that lash is nice and on there, nice and secure. Okay, let's get the other one on and then we're going to do liner over the top. Okay, yeah, there is a ton of makeup on that now. It also says to store this tip down, just so you know. All right, let's pop this other lash on. I will say this glue gets tacky very, very, very quick. So you can reposition the lash, but you do want to work kind of fast. I will say I can feel the lash band a little bit, but not bad. I don't think it's as good as the one from Pure. That one's got a little bit more shape to it, so it's easier to apply. This one's like completely floppy. It's like a piece of Scotch tape. It's really difficult to apply if you're not used to applying false lashes. But really pretty effect, and that glue is holding up really well. Okay, so we're going to put eyeliner over the top of these, and then I'm going to wear these for a while. Right now it is noon. It is 12 o'clock right now. Let me show you guys. See? Whoop, focus on Jimin. There we go. It's 12 o'clock right now. So I am going to wear these lashes for a couple hours and then check back in with you guys and let you know how they hold up, because we all know if a lash can hold up for like 3-4 hours, it's probably good for most of the night. And I'm using my NYX Epic Ink Liner. Now, this lash band is invisible enough that you don't need to put a liner over this. I just wanted to see how a liner would go over this glue. I will say, if you want to do a wing, it's nearly impossible to do a wing nicely with lashes already on. So we're just popping a little baby wing in there. But that actually worked out really well. It glides really, really nicely over the glue. And like the glue is still tacky. I can still feel it's still lightly tacky, but it doesn't like catch or skip with the liner at all. Now you can see a tiny little gap on my lash line between my real lashes and the false lashes that the liquid liner cannot cover because I can't get the pen in between there. So if you have that same problem where you can see the gap between the lashes, before you apply your mascara and apply this lash liner, I would go ahead and tight line your lid, and that should cover up that gap. If you go ahead and just take that eyeliner and push it right at the base of your lashes, that should cover up that gap without affecting how this adheres, since this is going on the top of the lashes. Hopefully that makes sense. And this is a very, very, very almost ridiculously dramatic look to be wearing around the house all day, but this is what we have. So I'm going to give you another close-up look at these lashes. And I am going to wear these for the next few hours, just going about day-to-day stuff. They are nice and glued on and in place. No areas are lifted right now. I'm going to go about my day-to-day life, my basic afternoon, and then I will check in with you guys probably at about 4 or 5 o'clock, probably closer to 4 o'clock, and let you guys know how everything is wearing. Okay, you guys, I am back. It is actually 4:52, so it's nearly 5 o'clock. I wore the lashes a lot longer than I planned on. I planned on catching up with you guys at 4 o'clock, but then I got to studying and lost track of time, and you guys know how that goes, even though I sent myself a reminder. So, anyway, update on the lashes. They are holding up really good. The lashes still look really, really pretty. I can't feel them. They're very lightweight. They're very comfortable, especially for the size. They're very well curled, so I don't see them a whole lot in my vision, just a tiny bit at the outer corners. The back half of my eye itched a little bit, and I realized it was because I can feel that back edge of the lash right there a teensy bit, but that's probably because I trim them myself, and when I trim lashes, I trim them really fast. I don't put a whole lot of attention on doing it really like detailed and making sure there's no pokey bits on the band. But like when I squinch my eyes shut, I can't feel like any pokey bits at all, which is fantastic. Because even like the Ardell Wispies, which have a really light band, will poke sometimes at either the inner or outer corner of my eyes, and that's super annoying. As for the glue, the lash glue liner, these suckers are on there. Like, they are on nice and firm. Everything looks good. The inner and outer corners are still down. And my house is very hot and humid right now. It's 80 degrees out. I had the windows open and I don't turn the air on until I have to. So it's been 80 degrees in my house and they have not budged. I had no problem putting the glue right over the eyeshadow. It's still holding on really strong. And if lashes hold on for 5 hours, I know they're probably gonna go at least 8 hours. That is like day-to-day stuff. Now, I run around my house a lot. It's been really hot, doing random stuff, and my lashes are still in really good condition. They're really tight. There's no loose areas at all. However, I don't know if I would trust this liner if you're a performer, like if you're up on stage and doing like, you know, a 3-hour play or something. Would I trust this lash glue? I don't know. Depends on the lash, depends on what you're doing, depends on how hot the lights are. But so far it seems to be standing up really, really well. The next time I have a day that I get up super duper early in the morning, I am going to put on lashes early in the morning. Correction. The next day I get up super duper early and I'm like going outside doing stuff and I'll be wearing my lashes for like 10 to 12 hours. Then I will make sure to let you guys know in a future video, probably in a favorites video, if I love this that much and how it holds up on like a 10 to 12 hour day. Now, this was so easy to apply. If you can apply a basic liquid liner, I'm not talking about a wing, not even a wing, but if you can draw a halfway decent, even a wobbly line across the top of your eyelashes, you can apply this. And it's definitely way easier than putting the adhesive on the lashes. And you don't have to wait that 30 seconds because with standard lash adhesive, you have to wait for it to dry down before you can apply the lashes. And you've got this really short window of time in which you can put the lashes on and they will stick properly. With this, you just line it, pop the lash on, line it, pop the lash on. Probably the fastest, easiest lash application I've ever had. And I'm not super great with lashes, and it was like easy. And they've held on beautifully. So I'm super duper impressed. The lashes, to me, they're a little dramatic for everyday wear. For me personally, just because I have smaller eyelids and it like hides that whole lid space, I think if you have more lid space, these would be gorgeous lashes, or if you have larger eyes, these would be stunning. I want to look at some of the other lashes they have with this band and see if they have any that are just a little bit shorter in length, because these are definitely like eyebrow hitting lashes and they definitely wouldn't work if I was wearing my glasses that day. However, the band is crazy comfortable, like super duper duper comfortable. So if you hate getting poked by lash bands, I would highly recommend trying these because they're awesome. And then this glue, I'm loving it so far. I was very nervous because I didn't want to try another lash product and not like it. I really like it so far. So we're going to have to see how it works in the long term. I will let you guys know. It's pretty much the beginning of April right now. So I will let you guys know my April favorites if I love this liner. And if I do, you will see it in my favorites video. So anyway, so far, I would recommend both these items. Like flat out, I think they're really good so far. I just have to see how the glue wears under different conditions, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's it for this video today, you guys. I hope that it was helpful. If it was, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to my channel. We just hit 1,500 subscribers, which makes me super, super happy. I don't know if that number will stay. My numbers tend to fluctuate a lot. It's just what it is. But if you're new here, I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for being here. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. And you guys can also keep up with me on Twitter and Instagram. The links for those are down below. And just in case you are new here, I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.